Just looking for gardening supplies. Well, we got 1 out of 3. That's pretty... It's not pretty good, but you know, it's something. Why not totally confuse everyone and make them wonder why I would make a video like this? So I'm going to film a video, of course, while I am doing yard work, because naturally you wouldn't do that. I don't really understand gardening. By this point, you should know that I like movies a lot. Oh god, this grass sucks. I mean, it's all dead. We're trying to get rid of it. So I talk about movies all the time. You should know that by now if you've watched some stuff on my channel. But I don't ever really talk about TV, like TV shows or something. I figured why not dedicate a video to it and kind of talk a bit about the format, a few shows that I like, and a few things that I don't like. I'm not gonna talk about like shows that I don't really like, just some like format and like stuff about TV that I might not like as much. Start off kind of, I guess, with format. I wrote a list, it's in my pocket. If I forget, I'll just pull it out and look. I really like that you have more time to build characters, build a story, stuff like that. I think because you get more attached to the characters, you can know more about them, you can develop them more. Basically, more time means more time, so you have more time, which means more ability to do anything. And then, you know, instead of sequels, you just have other seasons and stuff like that. I haven't seen the show Fargo, and I've only seen part of the movie, but I know that they turned the movie into a show. Same with like Westworld, because essentially there's enough to say that they could turn that into a show. Like, they didn't say all that they could have in the movie. And not that like to criticize the movie, but just that it would probably work as a show. I like the format with the ability to have time. I despise commercials. Look, I understand that commercials are necessary. They're like a necessary evil because you have to have commercials in order for the shows to be able to be made, because that's where all the money comes from, really. However, it interrupts the flow of anything that you're watching. And also, what I like to do with, say, a miniseries, I think I prefer the miniseries length over like a 26 episode season, or like even like a 20 episode season. I think like 8 or 10 episodes, it always leaves me wanting more, but it's never too much, it doesn't feel like. So I think it's like a good length. And what I like to do is binge watch them in normally 2 sittings. I prefer binge watching because it doesn't interrupt the flow of the show, and I understand that most shows, after the episode is over, there is something that leads into the next episode so that you want to watch the next episode, but at the same time, it interrupts the feeling that you have, and it just kind of, like, I don't want to wait. If I'm watching a show, say, on TV, just like whatever show, I watch the show and I watch like 12 minutes, and then I have to sit through like 3 minutes of commercials, maybe. I don't know how many minutes it normally is. By the time I get back to the thing that I'm at, I've lost all the emotion of whatever's happening. Say there's like a hostage situation. I'm not actually thinking of a real example right now, or like a scenario, but like, I'm just thinking something with like a lot of intensity. You get back to it after that 3 minutes, and while you may think, oh yeah, the emotion has built up, that might be the case in some instances, but I would have to say more often it just kind of ruins it. And then by the time you're back at the hostage situation, they have to like reintroduce it, re-get you into it, and it just like, it's dumb, it's bad, I don't like it. And then there's the DVR stuff where you have to skip through it. That still interrupts it, even if it's only for like a few seconds or less than a minute. I really hate interruptions in stuff that I'm watching. And sometimes it happens, you know, like I'm not gonna get mad at someone for having to go to the bathroom. The good thing about streaming services is that you can go from one episode right to the next one. And there is sort of that interruption between episodes. There's a spider floating right there. Yeah, so that spider just landed on the ground here, so I think I'm gonna move now. I'm gonna go do something else. I don't wanna stick around. Man, it's really hot. So the thing about streaming services, there is the interruption between episodes, but like I said before, episodes normally have sort of an end to them, even if it like continues on. There's always that cliffhanger, that sort of resolution that comes being able to binge watch, and then you just go to the next episode and then it's not a big deal and you just keep watching, you know. So commercials suck, interruptions suck. Basically the only difference is that TV has interruptions more, movies do not. If you're watching movies on TV, obviously they do have the commercials. I'll see you guys. See you guys in the next video. I need to stop before I pass out because it is 100 degrees outside. Not even the summer yet.